Hi, I'm Miss Buku and welcome back to our segment MPH JomRead. So I went to Daiso the other day and then I saw these pumpkin glasses and I told my production crew, hey, if you buy that one from me, I'll wear it during our next segment, and they did, so here we are. Anyway, happy pumpkin season. I know we don't celebrate Halloween per se, but we do have falling rain, so we technically have the fall. Well, during the rainy season is the best season to read books actually, and particularly spooky books, very atmospheric books that really scares you and make you wanna snuggle into your bed and your blankie and so on. So here's my 5 recommendation of books to read during the fall season. So no horror genre is complete without a recommendation of Stephen King's book. I can go the easy way by suggesting It or Pet Sematary or any of his upcoming movie based on his novels, but I would like to go back a bit and select one of his best-selling titles, because when it comes to Stephen King, it's hard to quantify his best work because man, his body of work is so huge. But I would highly recommend The Stand actually. So his is one of the earliest works that do have that kind of thing. And you know, it's not just a post-apocalyptic world where the 90% of the population has been ravished by this influenza-like virus and the people there, you know, scrabble for power and so on. It's also a meditation on the nature of humanity and how easily society collapsed, the good versus evil and so on. It really reminds me of Mad Max Fury Road, or rather Mad Max Fury Road reminded me of The Stand actually. So any book by Stephen King actually is good to read during our gloomy and rainy season, but this is definitely one of his most enduring bestsellers, so I highly recommend this. Next selection is The Ghost Bride. Okay, full disclosure, The Ghost Bride is going to be turned into a Netflix movie soon. So if you are interested in this book, in the movie itself, don't you read the book first? So this takes place in 19th century Malaya. Yes, it's written by a Malaysian actually, and the plot is also takes place in 19th century Malacca. So this one girl, Lilan, was offered a marriage position of a marriage proposal by a very rich and grandeur family, an old family in Malacca actually. And well, of course it's a very good proposal because they're so rich and her future will be taken care of, but the bridegroom is actually dead, so it's actually a ghost, you know, a ghost husband. But the thing is, the more she investigates the family, and then the more she pulled into the family's intrigue, the more secrets she uncovers. So what are those secrets? You have to find out. And why not buy the book before they slap that Netflix sticker on it? So come and find this book. Okay, if you're interested in a local spooky haunting book but you don't want to read a full-length novel, maybe you can pick up Zen Cho's Spirit Abroad. Did you know that Zen Cho is actually born and raised in Selangor? Well, she's based in London now, but she's still a Malaysian author, and it's reflected in her short story collection and a lot of her other books actually. But I really love this one, this collection of short stories that takes place in an urban setting, or rather our modern Malaysian setting. But it has bunyans, it has orang minyak, it has vampire aunties that lives in Damansara and so on. So it's very interesting, it's very creative, and it's very imaginative. And if you want to know why this particular author won the Hugo Award for Best Novelette this year, you can maybe dip into her world by reading this short story collection in Spirits Abroad. Okay, now let's move on to some children's book. I say children, but actually it is definitely enjoyable. It can be enjoyed by adults as well. My favorite is The Graveyard Book, which celebrates its 10 years anniversary, and I was there when it first came out in hardcover and so on, wow, 10 years ago. So this one was written by Neil Gaiman. It's one of his best children's book. Of course, I love Coraline, but the Graveyard Book is definitely up there, although Coraline is a bit better. Okay, but this one is also quite good. The inspiration for this book is two things. First is the phrase, "It takes a village to raise a child." So in Neil Gaiman's brain, hey, why don't we take that village and change it into a graveyard? So he has this this one boy, his parents and family was murdered, and while he was the murder is taking place, the boy, the baby, toddled into the graveyard, and then this vampire butler thingy stopped the murder and decided to raise the boy as his own. But of course, it takes more than it takes more of a village to raise a child, and it takes a whole graveyard to raise a child, the ghosts, and there are some werewolves and so on. So they help raise this boy to into adulthood, not into adulthood, into adolescence. So it's like coming of age story, and it's also inspired by the Jungle Book, hence the Graveyard Book, where an entire jungle helped raise the boy. Entire graveyard helped raise the boy. So it's very melancholic, it's very coming of agey, and then when you come to the end of the story, you are filled with so much love for these characters, and you kind of don't want to say goodbye, but part of growing up is saying goodbye to your childhood home and so on. So this is such a great story to read in the dark and gloomy days, rainy days, and so on. So highly recommend it. So last but not least, my favorite recommendation so far is Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funke. So I googled her name, so don't at me, that's how you pronounce it. So this is based on the book, the movie directed by Guillermo del Toro. I watched it when it first came out in 2006. Wow, it was a long time ago. So I was hugely traumatized by it. But the problem is in the marketing actually. It really stayed true to the original spirit of fairy tales, which is filled with darkness but also with hope. So you would think that a novelization of the movie could is sometimes too direct. It just takes everything from the movie itself. But the book, Pan's Labyrinth, really expands the story of from the movie. It becomes his own story, probably because Guillermo del Toro is one of the authors, and also Cornelia Funke is actually a brilliant children's literature author as well. So it really, you can really see it in the story. So they expanded some parts, they really make you love the characters, and they really make you hate the evil characters as well, and it's not who you think they are. The human characters are actually scarier than the supernatural characters, and all your favorites are here, and the ending is similar to the movie, but it is just as heart-wrenching and hopeful as the movie itself. So I highly recommend this book, and it's filled with so many beautiful illustrations, the Pan and the Pale Man and Ophelia and Mercedes and so on, and the book itself is so beautiful as well. So I highly recommend you get this book and add it to your own collection. So if you like my video, click like and share and subscribe, and share your own books, your own favorite books to read during the rainy season. Stay tuned next week for our my favorite segment, the new releases for the upcoming month, and come and visit our website MPH Online, and also our shop at Shopee if you're interested in any of our books. So I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.